Welcome back. Corey's sticking around to join us for our Hot Topics, brought to you by Some Like It Hot at Walton Arts Center. Check this out. United Airlines is cracking down on one of the biggest travel pet peeves. The airline recently updated its contract of carriage, making it clear that passengers must use headphones when watching videos or listening to audio on personal devices during flights. The policy allows the airline to remove or even ban travelers who refuse to comply, making United the first major U.S. carrier to formally include the rule in its passenger agreement. The move comes as in-flight Wi-Fi expands and more passengers stream content during flights. What's your take on this, Corey?
I gotta admit, I travel a ton, so making sure passengers are wearing headphones is like bar none a minimum for me.
Yeah.
So I feel really passionate about this rule, and I think that everyone does need to be wearing these headphones.
I agree. I know it's just kind of it's a pet peeve when you hear everybody's audio.
Sometimes nap time, so I need to like get it in.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Meanwhile, in the entertainment world, fans of a beloved TV series are preparing to say goodbye. The cast of the hit Starz series Outlander recently gathered in New York City to celebrate the premiere of the show's 8th and final season. The stars Sam Heughan and Catriona Balfe joined fellow cast members and hundreds of fans at a special screening event at Lincoln Center's Alice Tully Hall. The historical drama first debuted in 2014 and built a devoted global fan base with its sweeping story of Jamie and Claire Fraser. The final season premieres March 6th, that's tomorrow, bringing the long-running saga to its emotional conclusion. Did you ever watch any of this show?
You know, I haven't. But you know, I have those shows in my life that when it comes to that final episode, you kind of have to just trust the writers and the producers that what they're closing up is a beautiful story that is ending well, hopefully,
right?
And not with this huge cliffhanger, wanting more. So, what a terrible and not so fun day for fans of this show.
That's true.
But at the end of the day, you got to trust the storyline.
You got to trust, and I feel like we've seen it hit or miss, right? Sometimes shows are like, that didn't end the way I wanted it to, or like you said, it left me on a cliffhanger. Hopefully this wraps up nicely.
Absolutely. That was me with Schitt's Creek. I don't know about you. That was me. Was not wanting that last episode to happen, but the way it wrapped up was just incredible.
It was beautiful, yeah. Well, from television premieres to one of the biggest stages in fashion, Paris Fashion Week delivered one of its most unusual runway moments this week during Stella McCartney's Winter 2026 show. Instead of opening with models, as you see on the screen, the designer began the presentation with 10 horses walking into the arena, performing choreographed movements before the first looks even appeared. The show was staged in a riding hall and highlighted McCartney's commitment to cruelty-free fashion. The dramatic opening set the tone for a collection built around sustainability and gave the audiences one of the most memorable runway moments of the week. What do you think about that?
Memorable to say the least, for sure. I mean, I love the creativity that artists all around in all mediums get to have these days. And I think when you're doing Paris Fashion Week every single year, designers showing up with new fashion each year, you got to mix it up and you got to make some noise. And here we are. It's hit Northwest Arkansas today as a hot topic.
Right.
And I think that this is a really creative take on being able to bring new art and new mediums to everyone.
I couldn't agree more. And they took it outside of their normal venue spaces and took it into a show like this at an arena. So fascinating stuff from Stella McCartney. And finally, a house that millions of TV viewers instantly recognize is now officially protected. Here's the story of a house that just became television history. The Los Angeles City Council has voted unanimously to designate the famous Brady Bunch house as a historic cultural monument. The San Fernando Valley home was used for exterior shots of the sitcom that aired from 1969 to 1974 and became a pop cultural landmark for fans around the world. What do you think about this story? Marsha is what I have to say to this. What a special monument to be able to have in Los Angeles. You know, I mean, I remember watching the show growing up, and I hope for generations to come, even the next generations of kids get to grow up with just the genuine, authentic stories of the Brady Bunch. To preserve this, really special. Yeah, absolutely. My kids went through a phase where they were watching this show also, so it's just neat to see that they are preserving this landmark in California.